Okay. So we back. Yeah. So yeah, my son got in the car. Um, I had, taken him to school and was waiting for him to get out of school so we can go home. It was a rough night. As single moms, things come up and things happen. Even as a single mom of young adult children, things happen. And so it was a rough night between the grandkids and my kids. I'm hoping I don't have stuff in my teeth because I did just eat. But yeah, so here we are, we're back, and I've had a little lunchy lunch or snack or whatever you want to call it, brunch, I don't know. Monday, as I've said before, is my day that I try to slow down. Today that has happened because um again, I'm being reminded of a lot of my single mom emotional responses to things. And one of those emotional responses is, when things just jump up at you and you got to react quickly and come up with an answer. That's the CEO part of being a single mom that is being nurtured and groomed. No, it doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it may cause a little bit of a panic, but that is what is being groomed and changed and created and shaping us into the CEOs that we become when we raise our kids on our own as single moms. That's not always a choice, or it's not the plan. Let me say it's not the plan. We know that in some instances, what we were doing could cause us to become a single mom, but I'm talking to myself. But in spite of that, we made a choice to keep our children. However, you became a single mom, and whether it's a single mom from the beginning, and now my alarm's going off because we just had a power surge. Let me go turn that off. So it's in here tweaking out. Here we go. Got to turn this thing off before it gets to screaming. Okay. So we just had a power surge. The power went off, and but it came back on fairly quickly. But it was enough to stop everything, and then it had to restart. So the alarm tweaks out when that happens. Anyway, back to the message at hand. Is that something on my face? Oh my gosh, I got a pimple. Okay. So anyway, this is Mindful Monday, also known as Motivation Monday, for single moms. So, my name is Bess. I am the founder and the CEO of Single Moms Level Up, as well as the founder of the Single Moms Club private Facebook page. So, thank you so much for watching. I have to start saying this now because it's not letting me go live on any of my social platforms anymore because they have changed the rules. So, like, subscribe, follow, all of that so that I can get back on the level of being able to do some lives and bring you guys some more content without having to record it first and then post it. Not that I can do that too, but it would be easier in the moment to just go live and just share, and versus having to get the time to actually sit down and record stuff. So I have this big old glow light back here because it's late in the afternoon, and the sun comes down on not really this side because this is actually the south side, but it's a southwest side because of the way that the city is set up. In Houston, it's at an angle. It's not straight on south, north, and northwest, and all that stuff. But so it's on the angles. So anyway, yeah. So I just want to motivate you, single moms, and let you know that it's all good. That you're being shaped and molded into who you are truly called to be after your assignment of raising your kids has passed when they're 18. And mind you, that's the raising part. Then we navigate into the counseling part where we counsel and guide, and we're not necessarily guides anymore because we were guides when we were raising them. Now we become just counselors. So it's something that they could take or leave, and it's up to them to make those decisions to follow our advice or not follow our advice. And we can't feel no type of way about it. We still love our kids regardless of the decisions that they make. But of course, some of those decisions could affect us personally, but we still love them. We still love them just as God loves us, even though we constantly make mistakes on a daily basis, myself included. That's what I'm saying, we. But know this, single moms, that it's okay to start over. It's okay to start over. It's okay to start over in your self care. It's okay to start over in your self love. It's okay to start over in your finances. It's okay to start over in your relationships. It's okay to start over in whatever physical things that you need to do for yourself to be healthy. Um, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to start over with a new mindset on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, to start over, yearly, whatever, however you need to do it, to at least just start. Start um, speaking well to yourself, speaking better to yourself and about yourself, to yourself and to other people as well. And do that, and it's okay, that maybe you got off track, a little bit for whatever reason. And if it's because of somebody else and how they're speaking about you, maybe you need to distance yourself from them, or, maybe you need to distance yourself from them. You have to see, I'm experiencing and understanding when Maya Angelou says, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. I'm seeing that in some people, and I was like, okay, I see. Doesn't mean that I necessarily going to cut you off, but I understand where you're coming from, and I know what I can bring to you and what I cannot. I know how much time I will allow you to be into my space and how much I will not. I'm learning those boundaries for myself as well as for other people. I'm also learning that a boundary is not a boundary when it comes to other people unless they know there's a boundary. It's not a boundary. It just looks like something else to them. They have no understanding as to what's happening right now. So, yeah, yeah. That's just my little rant, my little encouragement today. Read something that's positive and encouraging to you. There's something that's something that I learned from participating in the 75 Hard Challenge, which I did not finish, but I did learn a lot of things from that. I think the majority I did maybe 6 or 7 days, and then life just got crazy, and but I still learned some things and picked up some things that I do more often. Definitely read some pages, because part of that challenge is reading 10 pages a day of something that's inspiring or uplifting. Ooh, there. That's not such a bad glare. But something like that, and mind you, you could use your time in the car if you go to work. Um, you drive to work after you drop the kids off. Put in an audiobook. What is that called? Put in an audiobook. I can't think of the name of it. Audible. There we go. Audible became my friend back in 2020. And I went through a lot of books. And yes, a lot of times, because I'm like one of those people, I like the physical book and to see the words on the page and everything. But Audible became something that was new to me, and I found out that I really like it, especially hearing the different nuances and the voices and everything of the people reading. I have an eyelash that's just like, I don't know, doing too much, but I can feel it. But Audible is a good thing, and I have some Audible books that I share with the Single Moms in the Single Moms Club private Facebook group, that people can check out. And then some other ways to do some self care and just have some time by yourself is, and I'm hearing this from psychologists. One of my counselors, psychologist or therapist, is Dr. Anita Phillips, and she says spending time with yourself and some peace, some quiet, spending that time with yourself resets. I'm not sure if it was her that said it or this other therapist who I'm just, becoming familiar with that said it, that spending time with yourself is a reset. It's a reset to spend time, some quiet time with yourself, some way, somehow. A prayer closet in your car, but just have some quiet. Turn the radio off and just drive, Um, And as you're doing that, you'll find yourself resetting. You'll ask yourself questions. You'll talk and pray to God, Ask yourself if you're okay. And if you're not okay, do I need help? Do I need to talk to a therapist? What do I need to do to help myself be better? And so on my phone, I have it in my calendar to, on Mondays, ask myself, are you okay? And it says, check in with yourself. Are you okay? And it's got an alarm on it. So it pops up on my phone. So even in the midst of the times that things may be going a little wild and crazy, I check in with myself at least once a week. I would like to do that daily, but don't always have the time to do it, as I'm helping with raising my grandchildren. But at least once a week, I check in with myself, and I try to do that for me on Mondays. That is my Sabbath day, although it's not completely Sabbath because I'm doing stuff still, but it's a minimal amount of stuff. A minimal amount of stuff. I try not to pack my day full. Try to make sure there's something in there throughout the day that I'm doing something for myself. And that could be whether taking a nap, getting an adjustment by the chiropractor, doing a workout, hydrating myself, giving myself a pedicure, things of that sort. Cleaning the house sometimes just does it for me. You know, that's my processing. It's a way I process is I will clean. And as I'm cleaning, just these things just get worked out in my mind and settled in my heart. And I get clarity on things when I just do some cleaning. So anyway, I'm just giving you some encouragement. I thank you so much for watching and for sharing and for liking and subscribing and doing all the things for Single Moms Level Up, whether it be on social media or on our YouTube channel. So if you missed the Summer Series podcast, Just Be, the replays are still up on YouTube. You can go and see season 2. Season 1 is still up there. It's kind of choppy. I actually did season 2 over again because season 2 got cut short last year because of some family things that were going on. I had to cut it short. So anyway, yeah, just coming on to give you some encouragement with my little turban because I give my hair a rest, from any type of, you know, hairdressing and stuff and whatever, I do to my hair. I give my hair a rest. I try to do something. I think I'm going to do a moisture mask for myself, cleanse my face and do a moisture mask and, go from there. So have a good day. Much love. Bye. Hashtag single moms. Hashtag single moms level up. Much love. Bye.